Today, I might as well get this out there right off the get-go, so you guys don't waste your time if you don't want to watch this episode. But in this episode, I just want to go over the dash pad that I just picked up and compare it to the OEM dash pad. I'll go over some of the extra parts that I picked up. My cat is saying hello here. I also, I guess the only thing that I'll splice in terms of installation will be, I redid my ashtray. I put a new cover on that. If you're interested in seeing what I did to get that accomplished, it'll be in this video. Aside from that, I probably won't do any installation today because I'm, like, once again working on 2 or 3 hours of sleep, coming off of nights last night or this morning. So probably not a good idea for me to get into the dash today unless I want to ruin stuff. Yeah, overall dash looks really good, but there is one flaw, which is unfortunate, but I think I can live with it. My car is not concourse quality, never will be, so I can live with it, but I will point that out. But I won't point it out until the end to see if you notice. But here we go, I'll show you what we got. There's been some discussion as to who to go with in terms of dash pads. This is the original broken up one. Maybe it looks good in this lighting or whatever, but this is the broken up one. After over a year of looking into different threads and asking questions and all that, I ended up figuring out that even if you order from, say, Wolfsburg West, you'll often get, if not always get, a dash pad from West Coast Metric. The boxes, even though you order from Wolfsburg, the box will come wrapped in, sealed up in West Coast Metric tape and boxes and all that. So I decided to go straight with West Coast Metric, and this is the new dash pad. And at quick glance, this thing is absolutely perfect. Totally what I was hoping for. And obviously you want to ensure it's the correct one and they don't send you the wrong year. So I've got my wiper switch hole, brakes, warning light, headlight, my 2 fresh air adjuster knobs, and my hazard light, ashtray hole. So this is the correct dash pad for the year of my car, 69, 68 as well, I believe, and maybe early 70. There's my, obviously, grab handle. There are, if you don't want to use these, or if you don't have these, or you want to do away with your grab handle, you can check the J-Bugs video. I know they did away with that stuff, and they mention which plugs they used in their video. I'm putting everything back, so I won't be going that route. With this pad, price point wise, it is, I would say J-Bugs, Wolfsburg West, and West Coast Metric are all comparable with their higher end OEM quality, as they claim, dash pads. So it's not on the cheaper scale. I think this kit was $320, I think. But as I say, even the finish on it is quite good. It looks OEM. I'm trying to get my camera as usual to focus here. Let's see if I can get this. There you go. So it looks really, really nice and tidy. It's quite good. And with the kit, I got my 2 left and right vent, the defrost vent that I broke, and the one that was in the dash was the incorrect one. This is quite a bit bigger. You get all the fasteners, everything for the, I ordered this as well to go around the glove box. So shipping, as you may have realized, I've mentioned it a couple times, I'm in Canada, but I live on a border town, so we often get, when we order through the US, we have a shipping depot that we can send things to in Michigan. So to go from the West Coast to Michigan was 5 business days, so that was fine. Everything was good there. And in the packages, I got 2 boxes. They didn't miss anything in the order, so I got a few other bits that are not related to the dash pad at all, but anyway, everything was there. So comparing the two, I've heard of some people buying the cheaper dash pad and having to trim a whole bunch of foam underneath. I really would be disappointed if I had to get into that. At quick glance, this is obviously dry and a lot darker, but at quick glance, comparing the two, they look, it doesn't look like I'm going to need to trim anything. So, but granted, I have not test fitted this yet. I will not today, I doubt. If I do, it'll be off camera, but I don't believe I'll have to trim anything. So if I go, oh, and they also claim the steel reinforcement, and it is definitely steel reinforced. The old one, you can see all kinds of metal sticking through, but with the new dash pad, it's a lot harder to see the stuff, but it is there. Like for the screw mounts, you can see some sticking out. There was a spot right here, you can see just a little bit coming through the foam. So it is steel reinforced. Overall, I give this thing, it's a beauty, an absolute beauty. However, there is one flaw, and you probably didn't notice it with me just moving around. You probably still don't notice it. Looks good, looks good. And then, bam. That is somewhat of a bummer. If I was looking for absolute perfection, this would be, I would have to admit, I would probably send this back. But this will be, you won't be able to see that unless you're looking at it when the door's open. So, like I say, I drive my car all the time. And seeing as I was living with this disaster for so long, I think I can live with a tiny crease in the top corner of my pad. And yeah, a little bit of a disappointment there, but hey, I'm not knocking anybody. I don't imagine these are real simple to reproduce. And again, West Coast metric. Appreciate the dash pad. It looks good. Quick shipping. Fair price. But anyway, we will move on from there. After saying what I said there, I decided to set the camera back up because I'm not here to give anyone a bad name, especially not West Coast metric. The dash pad is perfect, other than the little flaw that I found. And believe me, I didn't notice it until like 5 minutes after I was staring at it. So I don't want to make it sound like West Coast metric is in any way at fault here. Okay, maybe, yeah, they made the dash pad, but I'm 100% positive that if I called them up today and told them that I was returning it for an exchange for another one, they would absolutely do it. So I don't want anybody thinking I don't want this to be a deterrent for someone to purchase from them. Their dash pads are great. A lot of people have had perfect dash pads, and as far as I'm concerned, mine is absolutely perfect for what I need. Like 2 seconds ago, just slipped it on just to see how it, how noticeable it really is. And it really isn't that noticeable. It's in the very top corner. And like I said, if the door's open and you're looking right at it, you can see it, but I don't care. I don't care. So yeah, nothing against West Coast. If you guys get a dash pad that has a flaw like that you can't live with, I'm sure they would take it back, give you another one, money back, whatever they do, but I'm happy with it. I would recommend their dash pads. And again, I'm pretty sure that if you order a high-end dash pad from anyone, I'm pretty sure they are actually coming from West Coast Metric. So while I was doing the dash pad, something that I ordered a very long time ago was a new plate for the front of the ashtray. The numbers had all faded, and I thought to myself, well, maybe I'll buy one of those decals you can get, but I ended up ordering one and looking at it and thinking it might look a little cheap for what I wanted to accomplish here. So I ended up ordering, and this has been over a year ago, but I ordered a new cover, and hopefully this is in focus. I honestly can't remember who I ordered it from. I'm leaning towards Wolfsburg West, I believe, but maybe it was J-Bugs, CIP1, I can't remember. But it's an absolute perfect reproduction. It looks really good. So I ended up putting off the replacement until I got the dash pad done. So now that I have this and the dash pad in the mail, it'll probably be edited into the video here. So anyways, this is I'm filming this before I actually receive the dash pad, but this is faded, so I decided to take it off, and it took quite a bit of effort to snap this off initially, but what I found underneath was just like an adhesive that they use from the factory. This stuff is rock hard, so I'm going to use a Dremel tool or maybe wire wheel, something to take this off, and I'm going to use some JB Weld plastic bond to essentially do the same thing. Took I don't know, a couple minutes, but I got that all cleaned off and it's scoured pretty good. That'll give the JB Weld something to bond to. To get the heavy stuff off, I use this miniature stone wheel here, and to get inside these holes I just used this is a stone wheel as well, it's pointy, and then this buffing wheel just to clean it up a bit and to scour it. The JB Weld I'm using is this plastic bond, and it's a two-part. So basically this is two syringes attached together. You squeeze what you need out. There's a little popsicle stick there to mix it together. I'm pretty sure that's basically what was behind here, so I'm just going to repeat what the factory did essentially. The only thing, I'm not going to film all that, but the only thing that I'm going to do before I apply the JB Weld to the back of the plastic here and onto here is I'm going to mask the front so that in case I spill a little bit on the plastic, you know, I'm protected. The other part of this, I'll use the old one here to show it, but on the bottom of the ashtray, this clip, you want to make sure that you get this little hole here has to go onto that clip before you press the pins through the holes. Make sure you do that. And that's essentially it. I won't film that, but it'll look good once that's replaced. There it is. Next morning here. Just decided to show this real quick, but that's the finished product. Perfect reproduction. And seeing as it's not faded, it'll match the new dash pad perfectly. But looks good. Simple job. I'm hoping to get this dash pad video series completed within the next week or two, and the car done, this job, and moving on to something else I need to work on. So anyway, hopefully this helps. That's episode 3.